So what we have behind us is two Alces alces, or North American moose, specifically the subspecies of Shiras moose. Now, as you can see behind me, there's one male, one female, a bull, and a cow. Take a look. You to take a look at is the bull. He has the large antlers, and what you'll see is the velvet has been rubbed off, so he's already started his fall rut, and he's ready to fight off all the other bulls. He looks like he's already done that. He looks like he has selected his cow for the year, and he will possibly mate with multiple cows throughout the year. But as of right now, you can obviously tell that this bull is following this cow as she's moving into estrus and getting ready to mate for next year's springtime with the little baby calves. Now I'm going to go ahead and leave the camera, have Blair keep the camera on them, but I'll come over here and talk close to the microphone. So what you see is that bull over there is pushing easily 1,000 pounds, and those antlers on top of his head can weigh as much as 50 pounds. Now, believe it or not, even that impressive rack, that's actually the smallest rack of any species of moose in North America. The Shiras moose is the smallest. Now, that bull push 1,000 pounds. He could even hit 1,200. That cow is probably pushing 600-700, but she can get all the way up to 800. You'll notice that they have these giant bulbous noses. Maybe Blair can zoom in on one if they lift their heads. They're really funny looking, but what they do is they like to eat vegetation underneath the water. And when they do that, they have to hold their breath. But chewing in that can be, quite strenuous under the water to try and keep the water out. So they actually have extra muscles in their nose where they can actually use it to pinch and seal their nostrils closed. They can squeeze them together and create a watertight seal with their nostrils. And so they can actually go underwater for a couple minutes and pull up different vegetation off the bottom of ponds and streams and things like that. Now we're in this small cottonwood outcropping, but they love willow. River willow is one of their favorite meals. And here in a second, I'll step back out in front of the camera and I'll tell you this really cool thing about the winter time with these guys. So sorry, we're watching all the other people around photographing, so we're just trying to be nice and stay out of everybody's way. Another great thing that these guys do in wintertime, when it snows, winter gets harsh. All the vegetation is under snow, the leaves fall off the trees, and there's not a lot to eat. So because they're a deer species, they're a ruminant, they have, their chambered stomachs, they only have teeth on the bottom jaw, same as elk, and they have a hard palate on the top. So what they do is they'll come up to trees, mainly aspens, some cottonwoods, pine trees, things like that. And they'll actually use their two bottom incisors, and they'll scrape and they'll pull the bark up. And when they pull the bark up, they'll actually then eat that bark, and they'll break down the cambrium that's on the inner layer of that bark. And that's what they live off of all winter. They literally live off of tree bark. They'll eat cambrium the whole time. So when the snow starts to melt, they'll get back into vegetation, but that's what they eat for winter. Okay, as we come to the conclusion of this video, Blair and I wanted to share this shot with you. As we were leaving the moose, we found some fresh scat that was only a few hours old, and this let us know that this bull and cow had moved into the area just before the sun came up. So I backtracked to where I thought the moose might have come in from to find some nice tracks, and we were able to find this pristine one that hadn't been disturbed. I want you to take a look at my shoe. My shoe is 12 inches, right at about 12 inches actually, on a ruler. And so if you look at the track from the front to the back, you can see that it's 6 inches long, and it's 4 inches wide. That is a very big hoof. Oh yeah, by the way, the hoofs that these animals are walking on are actually their toes. But that is for another video. As Blair and I start the endless endeavor of editing these videos, it almost seems all too often that we find an area where I miss a fact, or I could have said this, or I should have said that. But I truly feel deep down, and I think Blair does too, that that is what makes our videos so beautiful. They are unscripted, they are raw, they are real, and that those missed opportunities are actually our greatest opportunities for bettering each and every video we make. However, every once in a while I'll find a video where I've misspoken on a fact. And anytime that happens, I want to quickly mitigate that and give you the correct information. After all, that is my greatest pet peeve with wildlife education. That just so happens in this video. I stated that the bull moose mates with multiple females or cows throughout the entire year. And I definitely did not mean that. Talking fast and trying to get the shot in one shot without messing up is truly difficult. It's much harder than you think. Again, these are me just spewing facts off the top of my head without scripting it, without pre-thinking it. I'm literally talking as I think. And sometimes my brain is way ahead of my mouth. And so, they do not mate throughout the entire year. They only mate during that rutting season, which for the Shiras moose here in North America is about mid-September through mid-October. And I just wanted to make sure that I got that correct fact across to you guys. They do not mate year-round. They only mate during the rutting season. Thank you for your understanding, and this will probably happen way more times than any of us can count. Till next time, thank you for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed, and we can't wait to see you again.